Chisholm 0 for 6 in this series, and Bassitt's first pitch on Father's Day is up and away for ball 1. And Bassitt sells a fastball, and it's great defense played behind him as well, particularly a catch by Nimmo that saved him early. Keeps that fast out the same as it was last year for Chisholm.
You know, on June 10th, he had 2 home runs.
Bassitt gets on the same page with Nito and throws a breaking ball and strikes out Chisholm for the first out of the day. 4 stolen bases, including 3 yesterday. How about this? It was games of 3 steals against the Mets. Maury Wills, Vince Coleman.
Sends him that note.
Well, Birdie now leads the National League in stolen. Birdie a chance to play every day. Of course, he can play everywhere. And Bassitt picks off the outside corner with a fastball. Here's Garcia, the DH, hitting 3rd in the order today. And he takes an outside corner fastball. Nothing.
What did that hat say? Junior Commander Gordon Granger.
0-2 coming. Curveball just got a piece of it.
And
he will chase.
Exactly. What happened?
The 0-2. And that's just away. 1 and 2. Here's Bassitt is something to study. 1-2. Low and away. And with Bassitt, there's a lot to study. He stays hard, and now Garcia hits it down the line foul.
To do it as well, and I think that's the hit. The increase in hit by pitches.
Here's that curveball. 1 hop out to Lindor. Plays the spinning ball. Throws out Garcia.
Yeah, we're not so bad.
Speak for yourself. Miguel Rojas takes a fastball. Rojas 1 for 6 in this series. And he takes a slider out. Cooper and Soler both sitting today. That's a lot missing. And Alonso got fooled by the broken bat and broke the wrong way, and Rojas has a hit.
He sure did.
That was odd.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were the right-hand batter. They were not shifting. Here's Lewin Diaz, and he takes a fastball strike. He's gone 1 for 6 in the first 2 games. There goes Rojas, and it's popped up foul. Escobar looking for it, evading the coach, and getting nothing for it. And Diaz goes down swinging on the cutter. And Bassitt has his 3rd strikeout in this series. 199 for the year for the former Pirate. And he takes one just off the corner for ball 1. Lengthening his lead. And Stallings takes a fastball on the corner, and it's 1. So if Sherlock is signaling the running game from the dugout, why does the coaching staff choose not to call pitches from the dugout?
Well, some pitching, some staffs do call some pitches, and if you go to college, they call every pitch.
Right.
So, thank God that it hasn't infiltrated the majors yet. I like the catcher and the pitcher working. That was the 5th choice.
In his last start, Bassitt shook off Nito less than in any previous start.
He went through the whole gamut of signs again. It started with a fastball away, fastball in, but he came back to the fastball in.
Rojas was dancing off first base and got Bassitt's attention. I mean, Bassitt went out of his way after the game last Tuesday to apologize and Mazika for not working harder with them prior to games as Stallings strikes out for the 2nd out. For not working. De La Cruz hitting 7th in the order. And he takes a fastball down the middle for a strike. Has it bat. And curveball outside, and it's 1-1. Little inside out swing into right field, and De La Cruz has a base hit. Rojas will go first to 3rd. So 2 soft hits. Chase the first pitch. Trying to steal a run here. And not going. It's in the dirt and picked out by Nito. 2-0. Cruz at first with 2 out. 2-0 to Encarnacion. And he gets one off the fists, a foul ball. 2-1. Runner goes, and they're going to let De La Cruz steal second without a throw, rather than risk a throw. And the 2-2 coming. Struck him out. High hit from back.
It makes me sad when I see people on the field playing. It makes me happy.
Well, anything to make
Previous starts with Nido and Bassitt.
And Bassitt got a generous call on the
Balls.
Off the fist to roller out to Lindor. Against the speed of Williams, he gets him by a stride. 1 out. Remember? Made the last out of the World Series, getting caught stealing second.
That's right.
Curveball missed it. That's play 3 on the right side against Chisholm. And there's a fastball at 94 for a strike. A couple of days. Curveball pulled foul. 2-2 to Chisholm.
Just down on left knee down.
Struck him out. Got him with a cutter that time.
Perfect timing. Look at that movement on
takes
that.
a changeup for a strike. And the curveball bends in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
A rollicking start in this game with 6.
Bernie pops one foul. That'll go out of play. 4. There's the 0-2. And you're talking about how much movement Bassitt's getting.
How about Candlestick on a gusty night? Did you like doing outside of the cold?
Yeah.
Did it give more movement?
More movement.
2-2 to Birdie. He missed with the changeup, and it's 3-2. Birdie fouls back the.
Excuse me.
8th pitch to Birdie, and it goes to the backstop for ball 4. So Birdie's aboard with 2 out, and now Bassitt's going to have to take a big lead. Not going first pitch, and Bassitt misses with the sinker burst, which makes it hard for him to pick people off. Grounded down to third, waiting on the hop is Escobar, and he throws out Garcia. Miguel Rojas leads off in the 4th, takes a big curveball for a strike from Chris over the first 3. And he crowds him, and it just missed. And slider foul back. One getting thumped by the Nats today, 9-3 in the 7th.
And that's 21 games old.
Bassitt and Nido come to an entente. It's popped up into shallow right. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Guillorme to run it down. 1 out. After the Philly bullpen blew it in the 9th, Rhys Hoskins won it with a hit in the 10th. A lot of boos in Boston last night when the Red Sox got blown out by the Cardinals 11-2. 2.5 games out of first place.
Well,
Diaz flies one out to left. And McNeil looking through the sunglasses. One hands it, 2 out.
if that team.
Bassitt picking up right where he left off in his last start against the Brewers, where he threw 8 scoreless innings. Whatever bad news has transpired this year with the Mets, Bassitt, Walker have picked up the slack.
You know, Bassitt has proven
that could be an iffy proposition. Stallings fouls one at the plate, and his timer's a little more on tenterhooks. Swing and a miss. Stallings goes down on the fast. Well, after his rough start in San Diego, Chris Bassitt seems to have just as sharp because Alcantara on the other side has been just as good. Has one of the 2 hits against Bassitt, a single to right in the 2nd, and he chases a slider, and it's one.
go through the whole rotary of signs to get back to the fastball.
And a ugly swing by our Encarnacion, who made his presence felt with his arm, and he hits one on the ground, flattens out for Lindor, and he throws him out. And that is Luke Williams on a windy day at Citi Field.
We got a little help there with
Yep.
I mean, you have to. Williams grounded to short his first time, and he hits the curveball right off the end of the bat. And Bassitt will take care of that himself with the tag. 7 in a row.
It is his mom's boyfriend, but he's also the guy who prevented him from getting cut on his 12U baseball team more than a decade. Happy Father's Day to his mom's boyfriend. It really does mean a lot to him, guys.
Dads come in all forms. It comes against Chris Bassitt, who's fanned 8 over the first 5 innings, matching his season high, and couldn't get him to bite on the curveball. Speaking of older gentlemen, 2-2 coming. Chisholm hits one deep down the right field line.
Beat him. Jim Cott went up against him in Game 7.
Right, he faced Mudcat year period, 61 to 66 for Koufax before he had to retire at the ridiculously young, throwing 300 innings every year. Chisholm rolls one over. Let me admit something. He was in the big leagues for 6 or 7 years before it clicked. That's up the middle, and Chisholm's got a base hit. Found the hole in the shift by hitting it up the middle, and there is just the 3rd hit against Chris Bassitt later that he finally figured it out.
Well, wasn't it Norm Sherry, the catcher, that told him hit?
Fire department. He got detailed to Candlestick Park.
Long hold by Bassitt. 1-2 coming. And Birdie lays off another slider, and it's 2-2.
For that.
2-2 coming, and Birdie slashes one foul.
27
for Bassitt with Birdie. Chisholm runs, swing and a miss, throw to second by Nito, and he got him! Struck him out, throw him out, double play! 2 at bats. Bassitt up over 90 pitches for the day. And when this kind of a pitcher is the longest. Now, Alcantara's going to be in this game longer than Bassitt unless something untoward happens. But Bassitt. And Garcia swinging at the high slider. Is that 2-2? Struck him out. Nope, we got a piece of it. 2-2 coming. And the curveball hit toward the hole. Lindor on the backhand. The running toss on a hop. In time. Got it. Side retire. This leads off the 7th for Miami. And he punches one beyond the reach of Guillorme and into right center, a base hit. So Rojas has his 2nd hit of the day. And the Marlins have the tying run aboard, leading. So Buck, I'm sure, is going batter to batter now with. Fouls back a high fastball, and Diaz takes curveball for a strike. 9 today. Diaz pops one up into shallow center, and in comes Nimmo to get it. Throw back to first base and hustle. Stallings has been up twice, struck out both times. 0 for 6 in the series, and hits one toward the middle, past a diving Lindor, a base hit. Rojas pulls in at 2nd, so Stallings has his 1st hit in the series. And it's the tying run at 2nd. Stallings at 1st with 1 out. And De La Cruz takes one below the knees, ball 1. And De La Cruz falling over 7-14. And the slider off the plate. And that slider just missed, and now it's 3-1. Now the 3-1. And it's carved foul. Came right after him. 2 to De La Cruz. And he walked him. And now the bases are loaded. And that's going to be the end of the line for Chris Bassitt. He couldn't.